It is clogged with hundreds of thousands of claims for our injured veterans. Some of them have to wait up to a year to receive these benefits.
I've been watching this fire sort of at first move away, and now it seems to be encroaching back. So, Bill, thanks for joining us again. How's it been for the last couple hours?
Well, it seems to go back and forth where, we'll see a giant flare up and then everyone will kind of get worried.
Stateside Restaurant and Lounge, the address 1114 State Street, and clearly I am not alone. A lot of people here tonight.
But to give you some perspective as to exactly where this is, if you look over the horizon there where those lights are, that's the city of Lompoc. And what happened is this plane did not crash at the airport, but very near the airport.
Crossing their fingers. And of course, we will keep you posted out here as we have been doing all day long. But for now, reporting live, I'll be sending things back to Paula and CJ in the studio.
But residents wishing to take the tour do have to show proof that they live in the areas that have been devastated.
Tonight's meeting, by the way, hosted by the Mountain Drive Community Assistance Organization, one of many dedicated to keeping this community up here united during this very difficult time, helping people overcome tragic scenes like this one as a backdrop tonight. By the way, you might see a little bit of flashing light behind me. The Tea Fire consumed nearly 2,000 acres and destroyed 210 homes. Late this afternoon, Santa Barbara County Sheriff Bill Brown said 10 young adults had gathered at the tea garden where the fire originated. About 13 hours after they left, the massive blaze broke out. The group believed the bonfire had been put out before they left.
It is not uncommon for fires of this type to smolder and to have ignition potential for several days. Due to the weather conditions on Thursday, the fire reignited.
Although no arrests have been made, the case is being turned over to the district attorney's office, and criminal charges could be filed.
I didn't think it was people at all. I thought it was like nature, like the Santa Anas or something, so it's pretty surprising.
There was little doubt a cause would finally be determined, but speculation, like the fire itself, did run rampant.
Or somebody throwing a cigarette out the window or that kind of thing.
Yeah, your mind was trying to process what and who could have caused it.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know, in the Santa Barbara Police Force, I assume they would probably figure it out pretty quickly.
High up in the tree, a large black bear holds onto the trunk while captivating a curious crowd.
He's just big, and he's got a big brown nose, and he's beautiful, just beautiful. I mean, you don't get to see this very often here in town.
The Ventura County Sheriff's Department has been monitoring the bear since it roamed into the neighborhood late last night. They initially tried to guide him away, but the large animal climbed up the tree and fell asleep.
We'd like him to stay in the tree until most of the people are gone, it's quiet, dark, and he can come out of the tree and go home. That would be our ultimate goal, is to get him back to the wildlife, being happy and living like a bear.
Aliso Street has been blocked off for most of the day as residents snap pictures from various vantage points. Fish and game officials are also observing the bear's every move. All want a peaceful outcome.
We don't want to shoot any bears. We're bear friendly. And this isn't an unusual thing for my deputies. We have bears in and out of the county area around here all the time. It's not unusual for us.
It's really not unusual for a bear to come down into Ojai. It's unusual for a bear to be in a tree in the middle of the, downtown Ojai, especially when tomorrow we have our big farmers market, which is right underneath where the bear's at.
The bear seems to not mind the commotion it is causing below. As people watch, they too wish that it will leave just as peacefully as it came.
If she was blindsided by anything tonight, it may have been the warm reception and honor awaiting actress Sandra Bullock, because it certainly wasn't the weather.
It's fantastic. I'm an East Coaster, so I love this.
The Oscar-nominated actress received the prestigious American Riviera Award from the 25th Santa Barbara International Film Festival tonight, and you'll hear her reaction to it in just a minute. But first, have a look inside Opal Restaurant and Bar, where it was standing room only. And across the street, Carlito's patio was also packed with people to the relief of manager Juan Francesca.
We're just concerned about this week because it's such a great event. It's a high season for us, and it definitely is a patio, so the weather needs to contribute it. But we're really happy, and Santa Barbara show one more time that they're not afraid of like a little cold weather or like rain, and they're out of here, and it's been great.
And over at Cafe Buenos Aires, it wasn't just a wait to be seated night. It was the kind of moneymaker they need in an economy lacking star power.
Yeah, absolutely. So that was like from the 4th until the 14th when these events going on. So that's the time to make money. So you expect, Santa Barbara expects about 70,000 people. So hopefully I get 1,000 people in my restaurant, so it'll be great for us.
And it doesn't hurt when a huge star is just across the street, accepting an award established to recognize an actor who has had a strong influence on American cinema.
The nice thing about an award from film lovers and filmmakers is that it's about film. It's not about a popularity contest. It's not about a studio. It's not about, you know, money. It's just about the appreciation for a body of work. Some of the body of my work should not be appreciated, but some of it should. And that Forrest is here returning the favor. I was here for him in 2007. So it's, you know, Forrest and I have a nice history. So it makes me feel good that he's here.
Bye-bye.
Risk taker, daredevil, crazy. Jill Wente of Santa Barbara has been called all of these things, especially after climbing to new heights on her 80th birthday.
So happy to be alive that I thought, well, for my 80th, I'll just do something special. We'll go to Las Vegas.
It was in Las Vegas where she accepted a dare from her son.
Oh, look at this, Mom. If you'll bungee jump, I get a free beer. And then I said, I'll do it. And he said he was kidding. And I said, no, we'll do it. I'll do it.
She did do it and was all caught on tape, strapped in and 17 stories above ground. With nowhere to go but down, this then 80-year-old mother and grandmother jumped.
4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, Jill, look at you going all the way down, down, down. Coming all the way back up on this first big rebound for the big birthday girl.
After the jump, Jill says she'd do it again.
That is something else.
Yeah.
What about a rush?
Now, 6 years after that big plunge.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Mom. Happy birthday to you.
Jill celebrates her 86th birthday, this time on the ground with friends and family.
She's one of a kind. She's incredible. Very adventurous, and I mean, anybody that bungee jumps at that age is, we're not sure she's all there sometimes, but no, she's quite a lady.
Mom has an attitude of participating in life fully, and she's not afraid of adventure. So age didn't change that aspect of her.
She's a very vivacious woman, and at 80 years old, she bungee jumped, and that's not unlike her. She was always willing to do things, and I think just last year she was ziplining. And so she's a consistent reminder and encouragement to live life to the fullest and to not be scared of things.
But bungee jumping wasn't Jill's first leap of faith. She once battled pancreatic cancer and didn't know how much longer she'd live.
When the doctor told us that they hoped not to find a tumor, but there was one there, we both were just in shock. My husband broke into tears.
Doctors gave her only 6 months to live, but 12 years later, she is still standing strong and healthier than ever. Jill did not need any chemotherapy or radiation, and she said that doctors called her their miracle child.
Life is too short to worry about it because there's nothing I could do about it. It was in his hands, and I was just very, very lucky.
It is said where words fail, music speaks, and tonight it's saying a lot at this benefit concert for the firefighters' quest for burn victims.
My heart just went out for all the people who lost their homes and family members and just everything that they lost. And I think it's really cool that this place is offering a supportive thing for all those people.
We'd like to help as much as we can. It's difficult for everybody right now, and we just feel badly for the victims.
I feel somewhat of responsibility down here. I'd like to contribute what we can. Right. It's not going to be a lot, but a little bit I think will help.
Tonight's benefit also includes a raffle, silent auction, and free admission for firefighters. Promoters say it was a no-brainer.
From our office, kind of watching the fire come down the hill and kind of thinking about what can we do and thought about the whole night. And then Jeremy, the next morning, is like, let's change this concert into a benefit.
This is just one example of numerous local fundraising efforts sprouting up in just the last week, including Tuesday night's T-Fire Relief Fund donation drive. And more are expected as the need for help remains great.
We were on the phone with who was losing their house at the time.
At the exact same time, he was actually running away from his house as it was burning down, so I just felt horrible.